All right, we on. Okay, so I'm gonna go through the last UFC card, kind of real quick. UFC Fight Night, Vieira versus Tate. Gonna give my little review on it, and then, yeah, why not? I'll give my prediction on UFC on ESPN. Rob Font versus Aldo. But I'll start with the review here on the Vieira fight. So going into it, I was pulling for Vieira, because that's my girl. I was actually really big on her when she first, well, not when she first came out, but when she was real hot. I think she was undefeated in the UFC, and I was really big on her, like super big on her. I was like, oh, she's gonna be, the next champion, blah, blah. And she had a couple of losses, and then that's when I kind of eased back off of her. I was like, let's see. So she lost to, when she first started, 2016. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, she beat Kat Zingano. Yeah, I remember that. Split decision. So she beat Ashley Evans Smith. That's another big name. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4 fight win streak, and then she loses to Irene Aldana in 2019. She got brutally KO'd in the first round, and that's when I was like, whoa. And then she comes back, beats Sajara Eubanks, who's let's just be honest, a journeyman. But I respect her, of course, Eubanks. But she's a journeyman. And then she loses a unanimous decision. 2021. Catch weight, because Vieira missed weight. And that was in February this year. To Yana Ketsuka, and then so this was their comeback. But yeah, when she got brutally KO'd, and she really doesn't. Okay, so here's my thing on Vieira. She's super beatable. Like, yeah, she's very powerful. She's very dangerous. But she's hella beatable. Like, you can hit her all day. Like, Miesha Tate kind of blew it. The leg kicks were there all day, if she wanted them. And same goes for, and I'll get to that. I was gonna say same goes for my girl, who I really represent, because we're from the same city, San Jose, California. What's her name? She just lost. What's her name? Eastside San Jose. She's from Eastside San Jose, California. I'm looking for her name here. Oh, she fought on the card before that, I think. Yeah, she fought on the Holloway card, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, Cynthia Calvillo. Yes, that's my girl. But anyways, she blew it. She hella blew it, because the leg kicks were all day, and she threw like one. She threw like one or two. But I wish I knew her better, because then I'd let her know. Like, I'd point it out in the film. Of course, who the hell am I? I'm just a fan. But anyways, back to the topic at hand. Caitlin Vieira, she gets hit, man. She definitely gets hit. And the leg kicks are there. Like I said, she's very flat-footed. If you walk her, like, she just kind of, stomps around the octagon. She's not light on her feet. She's not, she doesn't move like a cat. And those are the fighters that are deadly, that are super deadly, but with excellent footwork. But yeah, so Caitlin, she's just kind of, she throws haymakers, and but she did great. She did excellent. She pieced Miesha Tate up, landed some hard shots, and, man, mad respect to Tate, because, she didn't get brutally KO'd. Like, she stayed in there. Her eye got jacked, though. Like, her eye was so jacked. But yeah. But my review of this card is really excellent. Well, I mean, there's a lot of decisions. In fact, there was only 2 finishes. I'm only seeing one here. Wait a minute. No, I thought there was 2. Because the Hineke Choki, the Mata Leon, by Talia Santos, which was excellent, by the way. Phenomenal display of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And, you know, because I'm a huge, like, Jiu-Jitsu is my favorite martial art. Yeah, she's got the only finish. I could have swore there was at least one more, but no. She got a rear naked choke, first round, and everything else was a decision, man. Split, unanimous. Oh, yeah. That's horrible. But I don't know. Is that horrible, or does that mean the competition is, you know, stacked up to where it's so, you know, it's like a chess match? I don't know. But I love finishes, especially one with the sub, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu style. But I also love Muay Thai, and I love boxing, you know. But anyway, so not too big on the... Oh, I like that kickboxer chick, Loma Luke Boon May, or Mai, however you say it. She's badass. She lost unanimous. But the Davy Grant, Adrian Yanez, I'm not too into those guys. Hani Yaya, though, he is the last OG. He's one of the last OGs. You know, of course, we got Aldo competing next weekend, but you know, Hani Yaya, he's a WEC guy that was fighting way back in the day, like when Uriah Faber, you know, was headlining cards in the WEC, man, back in friggin' 08. You know, 08, 09, somewhere around there. But he's one of the last OGs, man. It's like him, Aldo, Jim Miller, who's, you know, one of my all-time favorites. Oh, I should do a review on his fight. But anyway, I don't know. I kind of want to just move forward because there's so many great fights that I want to go back and review, but it's like, man, I could do freaking 50 episodes alone on just going back to, like, let's just say January of 21. And I want to go back to January of 2020, you know, when the pandemic, well, it was really February, but, and then they took a break, right? All sports shut down. But I want to go back and talk about those, but I figure, you know, we're here now. And I'm just bringing the podcast back now. So we'll just take it from here, basically. So, anyway, Hani Aya, phenomenal. Got rocked early. It looked like it was going to be a bad night for him. It really did, man. But like I said, man, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, man, that's like it's not only my favorite, but it's like the most important next to wrestling. I know Rogan talks about it all the time, but you know, it's phenomenal, and it really saves guys. I wish he didn't take so much damage though, because, you know, he's getting older, and I always pull for him, man, ever since back in the day, like, you know, because he's always been a little guy. You know, I'm kind of a little guy, so, you know, of course I'm gonna pull for Hani Yaya, man, or as the Americans call him, Ronnie Yaya. You know, the broadcast booth, they be calling him Ronnie, like DC and them. But so anyway, yeah, man, very happy for Hani Yaya. Super pumped about that. Talia Santos was a bonus. That was really cool. You know, I think she's cute, you know, for an MMA girl. You know, a lot of them. No, there's a lot of cute MMA girls. I'm not gonna speak negatively on that, but yeah, she did an excellent job. She's phenomenal. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I think she's more of a striker too. I believe they were saying like she's like a Brazilian kickboxer. But you know, if you're from Brazil and you're Brazilian, 9 times out of 10, you got some nasty jiu-jitsu, no matter what belt you are. And I'm just a white belt, but anyways, I don't know why I threw that little tidbit of information in there, but Anyways, Sean Brady defeated Michael Chiesa, which was excellent. It was phenomenal, and Chiesa, he's got his back against the wall now because, he's on a 2-fight skid now. After that phenomenal win streak, I mean, this guy he moves to 170 and he just looks like a freaking god. He looks like a freaking god at 170. So, but that got derailed, right? Vicente Luque derailed him with that phenomenal, absolutely just amazing dart stroke. Phenomenal jiu-jitsu. Like, damn, I wish it was still... I got so hyped, man, when he pulled off that submission. I'm like, damn, like on Chiesa too, because Chiesa's got nasty jiu-jitsu. But, that's just, like I said, man, a Brazilian from Brazil versus a white dude, you know what I mean? Like, there's levels. There's levels to this shit. Like, excuse my language, but Vicente Luque, man, his jiu-jitsu's slick, dude. He's on a whole nother level. And I like how he passed Tony Ferguson for the most, dart strokes in the UFC, which is pretty badass. And I'm a huge fan of darts, like, because I'm a little guy, but I'm a skinny guy. And skinny guys, we get darces. We get darces and, Mata Leon, rear naked chokes, of course, and we get a lot of those type of chokes because something about our bony arms, we just slip right into the hold like the figure 4 lock. But anyways, Sean Brady, man, he kind of ragdolled Chiesa, and definitely won the little bit of stand-up that they had. Well, I know they had a good amount, but Vieira Tate, man, that was a good one too, but I was pulling for Vieira because I like Tate. I'm a big Tate fan. And so let me go back to how big of a fan I am of these guys. So Davey Grant, Adrian Yanez, both hell of a fighters. They're both hell of a fighters. But not a big fan of either one of them. I guess I'm more of a fan of Yanez. I don't know. But I don't care because I care about Hani Yahya. That's a guy that I followed his whole career damn near. I was rocking with him back in WEC. Like, those are the fighters I like, Like, all these new guys coming up, they're just not interesting to me, until they start making noise. Like, when, if they're blowing through dudes and just, I know that didn't sound right, blowing through dudes, but, then they'll get my attention. But, yeah, I rock with my OGs, man. Hani Yahya, and and then Talia Santos and Joan Wood, I was more of a fan of Santos, so I guess, but at the end of the day, if she would have lost, it wouldn't have been a big deal to me. Sean Brady, don't really care about the guy. I mean, he's interesting, I was more of a fan of Chiesa. I was going for Chiesa, but I knew it could go either way because Sean Brady's a hell of a fighter, and, he's got legit grappling, man, and I'm a huge grappling fan. The guy's a beast. He's hella big and thick and, like, man, wonder what he walks around at. Probably well over, shit, I don't know. It looks like 220, but I didn't hear anything. But, and then Caitlin Vieira, Tate, I'm a huge fan of both, but I feel like Vieira, she's younger. She has more of, I don't know, because then Tate, she derailed Tate's dream. Tate was getting back, and she's trying to get another title shot. I think she just wanted a big payday, to be honest. I think that's because UFC's blowing up. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger each and every fight. With the ESPN deal, they're just completely blowing up. And then you got that clown, Jake. He's talking about him too. Logan and Jake, they're talking about MMA and all this stuff. And the Paul brothers. So, UFC is getting a lot of attention. And, Miesha Tate's smart. She wants to get back in the title contention. She felt very confident that she could do that. And, props to her, man. Shit, she got out there and tried it. And, she collected 2 checks. The UFC, they're starting to pay more, hell, not a bad gig. And, but her eye got jacked this last fight. Like, she's going to be out for a while. I can guarantee you that. But yeah, so, just like, what's her name? Juliana Pena, she knows she can't be. I mean, of course she's a champion in her heart, and she's going to program in her brain, hey, I can beat Amanda, but she doesn't stand a chance in hell. And I'll get to that in a further episode, but, Amanda's going to steamroll her. But who else is Amanda going to fight, So Juliana Pena, she just wanted a big payday, because the challenger, they get a big payday compared to, if they're a co-main event, and so on and so forth. If you're on the main card, if you're the first fight, prelim. So, being the title challenger, you're still going to get a big payday. Of course, the champion gets all the marbles. They get the biggest payday, but, shit, you get the second biggest payday. So, props to Juliana Pena. It doesn't hurt, right? And that, it's smart. It's marketing. She got these 2 little wins, and she's an awesome grappler. She's a, pretty decent, damn good fighter. But, she's nowhere near the level of Amanda. And I still love Amanda. I rock with Amanda, but it's like, man, she don't got no competition. Like, I'm more excited for my girl Valentina. Now, that's my girl right now. I like her more than I like Amanda, and I'm a huge Amanda fan. But Amanda cleaned out all divisions. I mean, the 145 division is a joke in the women's. There's no one there, Like, and, I don't call fighters bums because they're really, really high-level athletes, and, they possess skills that are really, really unique and awesome, and, they can kill the average human being. Let's just be honest. So, I respect all fighters. I try to stay away from calling them bums, but there's just no one in that division. The, women's featherweight. And the 135, that's looking pretty shallow these days too. There's no one. 125 is more exciting, 115 is hella exciting, with Zhang Wei Li and Thug Rose, of course. And who knows what's going to happen with Joanna Jędrzejczyk. I mean, I don't know what's going on with her, but but yeah, man. The women's division, I mean, it's definitely not as exciting as the men's, let's be honest. But there's still a lot of potentially good fights there. And but to wrap up the Vieira thing, it is what it is, man. Vieira's the younger, she got the W. And to wrap up the Juliana Pena, because like I said, I'm going to do a video on that, on predicting all that card. But I got to switch over here too. But yeah, Juliana Pena is not winning that. But, she's, and honestly, and so that's where I was going with it. She's going to retire. That's my prediction. After she fights Amanda, she's going to get her ass whooped. And she'll retire because it's a big payday. And she can just go back to being a coach at a gym. She can do that. Collect a check. I mean, because look, there's a lot of risk involved. There's a lot of CTE and stuff like that, brain injury. And so, but anyways, okay, so here we go. Awesome card this Saturday. It's in a couple days. Or no, wait, one day. So Font versus Aldo. Let's do it. UFC on ESPN. Font versus Aldo. And right now, I'll just pop it off. I got Rob Font winning. I love Jose Aldo. Like I said, I rock with my OGs, but he's getting older, and Rob Font's sharp, man. He's on a winning streak. He's looking good, and I think he's going to piece up Aldo. I think he's going to stay on the outside and get on his bicycle. Pick his shots, pick smart shots, and he's going to piece them up, man. And again, I'm a fan of both. So if Rob Font does win, I really don't care, because he's really awesome. He's a really awesome guy. He's a great fighter. And I'll be happy for him. He's a little younger. Brad Riddell against Fazeev. Don't really have a pony in that race. Could go either way. I'm kind of leaning towards Fazeev. I think he's a Russian, isn't he? Yep, there it is. Well, Kazakhstan. So my money's on him. I tend to lean towards the Russians, the Kazakhstan guys, depending on who they're fighting. But okay, so here we go. Moving down the card. Clay Guida. That's one of my OGs. So I'm definitely going for him. I'm pulling for him. I don't know. He tends to not do so well with Brazilians who are, and this guy's a 4th degree black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu on paper. He gets guillotined. He's been guillotined quite a few times. He shoots him for a double, and he gets guillotined. So I have him losing, but I'm pulling for him. I think he's an awesome wrestler. And this guy's 41 that he's fighting. Granted, Clay Guida is not too far behind him. He's 39. But yeah, I'm going to pull for Guida. Yeah, I'm pulling for Guida, but I think Santos is going to win. He's probably going to get a submission. But, okay, so it's going to go either way. Guida's either going to win via decision, wrestle him, keep him on his back, don't get submitted with anything, or he's going to get submitted real quick. First or second round. So get out your pocketbooks, get out your wallets, get your debit card ready, because these are my predictions. And hey, if you want to make some bets, but disclaimer, I'm not saying these are 100% accurate. It's going to win you money, but it's good to have a different point of view. Like if you're thinking something, about a certain fighter, you can hear my little review on it. But Jimmy Crute against Jamal Hill. Don't have a pony in that race. Don't have a dog in that race. Brandon Allen. Don't have a dog in that race. See, these guys, like I said, these are the guys that don't excite me. I don't care about Jimmy Crute. Like these guys. I mean, Jimmy Crute's kind of exciting because he's an up-and-comer. But, these guys just don't do it for me. Who else do I care about here? Boom. Mickey Gall, baby. Let's go. Alex Moreno, too. That's a good fight. Morano. Yeah, man. That is a really good matchup. They're both excellent in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Looks like Alex Morano here is a black belt in Taekwondo. So he should have the striking. I know Mickey Gall trains a lot with, what's his name? The kickboxer. Damn it. I'm spacing on his name, but you guys know who he is. Anyway, the guy that smokes cigarettes, and he's a really awesome dude, by the way. Knocked that guy out in the bar recently. But anyway, let's go Mickey Gall. That's what I meant by that fight. So yeah, that's all I care about, really. I only care about, we got a Hawaiian fight too. He's pretty cool. Black belt in brown belt, Luis Smolka, however you say it. But anyways, I only care about Mickey Gall. So let's go Mickey Gall, Clay Guida, Rob Font. But I'm a huge Aldo fan too, so, no matter who wins, no matter which dog wins that race, man, I'll be kind of happy. I mean, Aldo, I just feel like, man, like, he's cutting to 135. Like, I don't know how he's been winning at 135. In fact, I shouldn't even count on that because I've been counting him out lately. Like, I've been saying, like, he's going to lose. Like, it's a bad weight cut for him. And, he's been winning. Well, he won his last couple, didn't he? Oh, excuse me. I know he lost to Peter Yan, of course. But let me look him up real quick. So Jose Aldo won his last 2 fights. Marlon Vera and Pedro Munoz. Yeah, and I thought both those guys were going to beat him. So, oh shit, he was on a 3-fight skid. That's right. He lost to Volkanovski. Then he moves down in weight, right? And his debut, a lot of people said he won the Marlon Moraes fight. I had Moraes, and I know apparently I'm the only one that believes that, because Dana White was like, oh, there's no way in the hell he won that fight. Dude, Moraes picked him apart, dude. Like, it was a close fight, whatever. Let's say, I don't know. I mean, Moraes won on paper, but everyone thought he got robbed, that Aldo got robbed, but yeah, I disagree. I had Magic Marlon on that one. And, and then he gets brutally TKO'd by Peter Yan, and I guarantee you Marlon would have did way better than he would have. But, who knows, right? So then he stays at 135, bantamweight, and then he fights Marlon Vera. Not Magic Marlon. I forget Marlon Vera's name, but but he actually did pick him apart, I believe. Yeah, he did a good job. Yeah, I remember that. And then Marlon Vera was pissed or whatever, but Marlon Vera, he's all right, man. He's not bad. Oh, yeah, I should talk about Frankie Edgar. Because I think, didn't he... That was Vera's last fight. But, maybe in a future episode. But, because once again, Frankie, man, one of the last OGs. But he's kind of going out like BJ, it seems. He's just, he just doesn't have it anymore. He's cutting weight now, and he's an older guy. Like, man, it's bad for Frankie, man. But anyways, I don't want to spend too much time on him. Shout out to Frankie Edgar, absolute legend. I mean, he could win or lose in his next fight. He's still going down in the record books as a legend. Like, I don't know what records he holds. That would be interesting. I should look that up. But I know he holds records, man, in the UFC. He's got it. Like, either like most fights in the UFC. He definitely holds records in the lightweight division. He has to. He has to because, I mean, even if it's not on paper, because, I'm sure maybe, because he's one of the few guys that cut very little weight. Like, he didn't cut weight at all, really. Maybe a couple pounds, I don't know. But that's got to mean something, dude. Because he's beating guys like BJ Penn and, Ben Henderson. Well, Ben Henderson, I think he won both of their fights. But Frankie had his moments, man. Like, I think he hit him. What did he hit him with? Frankie hit him with a flying knee or something and wobbled the shit out of Benson Henderson. Man, those were... One of them was better than the other, though. I think it was the first fight. Man, that was awesome, dude. But it's crazy seeing their different body types, though. Because, like, Benson looked like a freaking giant compared to Frankie, man. But anyways, so those are my predictions. I got to wrap this thing up. I wish I could do a summary, just rewind it. But if you need to, because I don't have time to give a little, winners, maybe I can, I don't know. Winners, Rob Font, Santos. I think Mickey Gall could do it, but I don't know. I'm not. This card really isn't that stacked to me. It's not a stacked card like the past couple ones, but yeah. Shout out to Frankie. Hope you guys like the review. But as always, peace, love, treat others with kindness, help each other, and enjoy the fights, man. Enjoy combat sports. They're really exciting right now. Boxing, MMA. And then we got also some bare knuckle stuff and the grappling, with Submission Underground and all these other. So combat sports is really awesome right now, man. I don't know if grappling is considered a combat sport, but, it's definitely fun to watch. But yeah, bare knuckle. Oh yeah. And honestly, man, shout out to Jorge Masvidal for the bare knuckle MMA. Now that is gangsta. So anyways, till next time, y'all. Peace. All right.